Alrighty, guys, welcome back. 2011 St. Louis Cardinals in Stratomatic using the advanced Stratomatic rules with a little sprinkling of super advanced thrown in for some good measure. We got another game here against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Both teams come today exhausted after yesterday's outing. Be sure if you haven't checked out game number 10 here on our channel, you go back and watch that first. And the game before that, actually, our game 3 against the San Francisco Giants, which would be what, game number 9? Yeah, something like that. Game number 9. Very exciting, good games to participate and watch, I believe. All right, let's get into it here. We have a lineups. Exhausted players today coming to the field. Good thing it's a night game. And this is, of course, in Arizona. And we have starting lineup. Ryan Therrett at shortstop. Colby Rasmus in center field. Albert Pujols at first base. Matt Holliday in left field. Lance Berkman in right. David Freese at third. Skippy Schumacher at second. Yanni Molina is catching and pitching today. Hopefully he'll do better this time. Chris Carpenter. For your Arizona Diamondbacks, they are not a pushover team as they had been in previous seasons. They're actually doing quite well here. Bloomquist is in left field. Johnson is at second base. Justin Upton is in right field. Stephen Drew is the shortstop. Young is in center field. Bryan is at first base. Montero is catching. Roberts is at third base. And pitching today for the Diamondbacks is going to be Armando Galarraga. I think Armando even pitched in yesterday's game. It was such a slugfest. So let's get things underway. We have two right-handers pitching today, so that'll be easier to remember. Use the right side of the card. Hopefully I will remember. All right, Ryan Therrett, he is batting .268 on the season. Only 2 RBIs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. No stolen bases yet. We're going up against Galarraga, who is 0-2 with a 5.68 ERA. He's only pitched 6 innings, though. Giving up 9 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and 1 home run. Let's see how he does against the Cardinals today. Galarraga versus Therrett. And he's a 3-2 righty, 3-2 fouled out to the catcher. So right off the bat, he gets him to swing at a bad pitch. He's going to foul out to the catcher. 1 away. That brings up Colby Rasmus, a lefty. A lefty's batting .244 on this season, 3 RBIs. 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. I think he had 5 of those in one game. I'm not sure if it was the last game we played. It might have been the last game we played. But then he had a big double as well. So, you have to have your players step up. And you can see, I keep talking about this is the greatest season ever. For many reasons, not just because the Cardinals ended up winning it. I mean, if the Cardinals would have ended up losing the World Series, I would still consider this one of the greatest seasons ever. But you can see the potential the Cardinals have if you watch these replays. They have the potential to never be out of a game. They have obviously some issues like all teams do, but they do have, and I think it shows well with the Stratomatic cards, they have some potential. You can see they can put a run together, 3 or 4 or 5 hits in a row, get a few runs. They do have some pitchers that can close down, shut down the opposing team for a couple innings and give you that little bit of oomph you need to get back into the game. And then, of course, Albert Pujols being Albert Pujols, and Lance Berkman and Alan Craig and Matt Holliday there to support him as well. So Colby Rasmus, he is a 51. You know what? What the hell am I doing? I need another dice. You know what? All right, maybe we should start over, but we'll count that foul out, I guess. I need 2 dice. Wow. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Colby Rasmus, try again. As a 4-4 lefty this time. 4-4 ground ball shortstop. X. That's going to be Stephen Drew, the shortstop. I need to flip it around my chart, of course. The shortstop is a 4, and that is a 17. He's going to get to that with a G1. He's an E14. We need a 4, 5, 15, or 17. He's going to make that play. That's a grounder to short. Ground out to short, and that is 2 away here. That's Stephen Drew at short and Brian at first base 2 away. That brings up Pujols. Now Pujols batting 333. Of course, we're only 12 games into the season, 11 games. This is game 11, yeah. And he's got himself 3 doubles, 4 home runs already, and more importantly, most of those home runs have been big home runs. I mean, crucial, game-tying, game-winning, or at least, hey, let's get things rolling kind of home runs. So, Albert Pujols against Galarraga here. He's a 1-7, and that's a fly ball to center field, and that will do it for the Cardinals in the top of the first. Fly ball center field, and Chris Carpenter will take the mound. We had Chris not too long ago, probably in about game 4 or 5, and he did not fare very well, I think, as I recall. So hopefully he'll do better here against the Diamondbacks. So let's put these away before I get things messed up. Willie Bloomquist. Now he's having a good game against the Cardinals. If we look at Chris Carpenter, he's 1-1 with a 2.08. So he did have a really good first game out. Unfortunately, we didn't have that game on our channel. He's pitched 13 innings, giving up 12 hits, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. So let's see how he does here. He was 11-9 in real life. That's a 5-5 right-hander, 5-5 ground ball shortstop X. That's Ryan Therrett. And it's a 16 for a 4. That is going to be a ground ball. He's at the E33. Uh-oh, that's a 16. That does not sound promising. 33, a 16 is an E2. 33, yep, 33. Got to make sure. A 16 is an E2. Ouch. 2-base error on Therrett there as he throws that one into right field. And let's see, 2-base error on the shortstop. Not the best defender we have in fact, we don't have very many good defenders, to be honest. Schumacher at second's a 4. Shortstop is a 4. Freeze is a 3. Left field is a 3. Berkman is a 4 out in right field. So, yeah. So we have 1 on, nobody out for Kelly Johnson. Kelly Johnson's batting 500. He's got 5 doubles, a triple, a home run. What else can he do for the Arizona Diamondbacks? Notice we were playing with the Arizona Diamondbacks, and fortunately for us, fortunately I guess we should say, they're missing one of their main forces to be reckoned with, which of course is now on the Cardinals, Paul Goldschmidt. So good thing he is currently out of the lineup. We are using, obviously, historic lineups. So runner second, nobody out for Kelly Johnson. So we got, I'm not sure if he was injured or, what the issue was, but oops, and then I hit the board. 4-8 lefty, 4-8. That's a strikeout by Chris Carpenter. Steve, right? 3 called on the outside corner. That is 1 away. That's a good way to come back after giving up that error. Justin Upton. Justin is batting 189 on the season. 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts. He's got a swing and a miss mentality. 5-8. Righty, 5-8. That is a good column. 8 is a strikeout, so 2 strikeouts for Chris Carpenter. Steve Reich out. That's 2 away, so the 2-base error has not cost us yet, but that does bring up Stephen Drew. Now, Stephen Drew is he's a shortstop. He's batting 333 on the season. He's got himself 3 doubles, a triple, and a home run, 6 RBIs, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. Chris Carpenter trying to get out of this mess in the first inning. 5-2 lefty, and that is a fly ball to center field. So he does get out of it. Fly out to center. So the 2-base error does not come back to haunt the Cardinals, fortunately. And Ryan Therrett is off the hook. We go to the second inning, still scoreless here in Arizona. And it brings up Matt Holliday. Matt has only had 15 at-bats. He does have a double and a home run. Batting only 200 on the season. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. As a 4-8 righty, 4-8, and he's going to strike him out. So Matt Holliday swing and a miss. I think both teams are exhausted after. That's not an out. It should be a strikeout, and it should go to the catcher. Thank you. After last night's game, Lance Berkman, the switch hitter, hit that from the left side. Hits that one foul. Foul ball. Al, Red Sox fan, how you doing, my friend? Al, Red Sox fan. 112, and he's going up against a righty. 112 is a strikeout, though. So the 12, nothing fancy on the 12. It's just a plain old strikeout. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Armando Galarraga. Oh, nope, that's only 2 outs, Mr. Fan. That's only 2 outs. So let's try that again. Only 2 outs. So David Freese does get to bat. 2 away now for David Freese. That's a 2-7 right-hander, 2-7, and that is a strikeout. Just missed a home run chance. 2-7, but he's down on strikes. So the strikeouts continue as both teams are exhausted starting this game. It's going to take a little while for them to adrenaline to pump in after last game number 10 of the season. Chris Young is up. Chris Young is batting 333. 2 doubles and a home run, 8 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 2 stolen bases. So we don't want Chris Young on. As a 110 versus a righty, 110 is a fly ball right field. Berkman comes in a few steps, waits on it, and catches it. No problem. And that is the right fielder. So 1 away. Let's put these under here. There we go. That brings up Russell Bryan. Russell Bryan batting 222. He's got 1 home run in the season, 4 RBIs, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. First baseman for the Arizona Cardinals, the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's a 6-6. He's a lefty. 6-6. 1 is a triple. Everything else is a single. That will be a single for the first hit of the ball game. Goes to the Diamondbacks. He's an E-stealer, so probably not going to be holding him. 1 out, 1 on for Miguel Montero, the catcher. 2 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, batting 294. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. That's a 1-7 righty. 1-7 is a ground ball, second base A, and that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. 4 and 6 and 3. 4-6-3 is going to do it. We go to the third inning. Still only 1 hit on the board. Cardinals have 0 so far, and that brings up Skip Schumacher. Boom. 4-6 lefty. 4-6. He walked him. On 4 straight pitches on the outside. He's going to walk. He is an E-stealer, so again, they will not hold him on. We'll add the shenanigan dice. First time we've had to add the shenanigan dice. Yadier Molina's up. He's a really good bunter, so they're going to play corners in. And that's a 5-7 righty. 5-7. 1-5 single. Otherwise, he lines out to second. So it's going to be a line out. Line out to second. And that's going to be one away for the pitcher, Chris Carpenter. Now, Carpenter, they're going to play corners in. But Carpenter is going to try and lay down a bunt. He's an A bunter. He'll drop to a B bunter with the corners in. That's fine. Schumacher, not the fastest, so they might be able to get him at second if it's a bad bunt. That is a 6, and with the B bunter, a 6, batter is thrown out by third baseman. Runner advances. So good sacrifice bunt there by Chris Carpenter. Went to the third baseman, over to, we'll say second was covering first. And that brings up the top of the order, Ryan Therrett there. He's 0 for 1. Runner at second in scoring position, not the fleetest of foot. They're gonna hold him on though, just in case he decides to try and go that extra base on a single. That's a 3-11 versus a righty. 3-11 is a foul out, and that one's coming over towards the third base, and that one's going to hook back into fair territory. Making the catch out there is Roberts, and that is going to be the third out, and side is retired. So still no hits for the Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless here in the Chase Field. Welcome to Chase Field, everyone. Someone give Al Red Sox fan down there in the front row. We're going to give him a front seat. Bring him a nice cold beverage here and a nice warm evening here in the desert. All right, let's see how Ryan Roberts, he is batting .389. He's got 3 home runs in the season, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts, 3 stolen bases. Another guy we do not want getting on the base. That's a 5.8. Right-hander, 5.8. That is a good column for Chris Carpenter. That will be a strikeout. Another strikeout for Chris Carpenter. And it should tell me somewhere. Yes, there it is. He has 3 strikeouts so far. He's given up 1 hit. And he is done. So that brings up the Armando Galarraga. He's using pitching card number 1, or pinch hitter card number 1. 2-3, and that's foul out to the catcher. So Yadier Molina tosses off the mass. He takes a few steps behind the plate. He waits for it to land and makes the catch. So 2 away for top of the order, Willie Bloomquist, who's 0 for 1. That is a 6.8 righty, 6.8, and that is a strikeout. So another strikeout for Chris Carpenter, who's on his A game today. That's what we expected. More of this from Chris Carpenter. If the Cardinals have any plans to go anywhere if they make the playoffs, they're going to need Chris Carpenter. So we're on to the 4th inning. Still no score, only 1 hit in the ball game. I'm enjoying Strat, mostly because of the games. We've had some very exciting, close, interesting, fun games. So yeah, you know, when you play these good, fun, energizing games without giving anything away to people, you know, it makes the game. It certainly makes the game system better. I'll just say that. You know, if we play 4 or 5 games where it's a 6-0 blowout, then things might change. All right, Colby Rasmus up for the second time. He's 0 for 1. Ooh, 6-12. Lefty, ground ball second base X. Ground ball second base X. That's a Johnson. That's a Johnson. Yeah, it is. He's a 4. And a 4 and a 6, that could be problems. That's going to be a single. He can't get to that one. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's an E12. 12, and there is no 9. But that's going to be a single as Johnson dives for the ball. Cannot get it. And a single is in there for Colby Rasmus. He's a C stealer. They're going to hold him on. So it takes him down to a 40% chance of stealing, so he's not going to go anywhere. With Albert Pujols behind him. Albert. Oh, we need the shenanigan dice, so we're going to re-roll that. Probably was a good roll for the Cardinals, but we're going to re-roll it just to be fair. All right, that is a 5-11. He's a right-hander. 5-11 is a single to center field. Single to center field. Now, Rasmus, they were holding him. So maybe Al can help me with my calculations here. So Rasmus is a 1 to 15. And they were holding him, so he gets a -2. And then the Young in center field is a he's a +2. So if it says, what was it, a 5-11 against the lefty, 5-11. Versus a righty, sorry, 5-11 is a single to center field. All right, so he gets -2 for being held and then a +2. It doesn't have any stars, so I'm assuming that means I can send the runner, but I have to risk it. So he's a 15, goes down to a 13, and then back up to a 15 is Young. So 1 to 15, Rasmus going first to third. Hopefully I'm doing that right. And that is an 11, so Rasmus moves to third on the single. Big single by Pujols. Moving to third will be Rasmus. Hopefully I did that right. Al will tell me if I did it wrong, and then we can always change it if we need to. But that brings up Matt Holliday. 2 men on. Infield is going to play. They're going to play. What are they going to play? They're going to play infield in. Infield in with no score in this game. Pujols is 40% chance to steal. Rasmus only a 5% chance to steal home. He's probably not going to have to worry about that. But that brings up Matt Holliday, 2 on, nobody out. Corner defense is playing in. That is a 110, righty 110, and that is a 1 to 17 home run. And that is a 10. That one is headed out there towards the foul pole. Is it going to stay fair? It is gone. Matt Holliday once again. Big time Matt, and he's going to walk them all as he throws the bat down, pumps his fist towards the dugout, and the Cardinals somehow, some way, once again, have managed a crucial hit in a crucial situation. Whoa, Nilly. Lance Berkman's up. Lance is batting .314. He's got 2 home runs in the season, 5 walks, which are more important. He had 4 walks in yesterday's game, which helped get some runs for the Cardinals as well. So walks are sometimes as good as hits. Lance Berkman, 5'9". He's going to be a switch hitter, so he's coming from the left. 5'9". Oh! Just missed a home run check and a walk. He hit right between them and strikes out. So good curveball there by Galarraga. Galarraga with the curve, and that one's in there for a strike. So David Freese comes up. David Freese 0 for 1. That's a 3-9 versus a righty, 3-9. And here comes the pitch from Galarraga. It's in there, and 3 called by the umpire. He's down on strikes. Oops, yeah, catcher. There we go. 2-way now for Skip Schumacher, who walked his first time up. Skippy. That is a 2-5 versus a righty, 2-5. That one's hit. It's going out into left field. Boomquist makes a few steps towards the line and makes the catch out in left field for the out. But the Cardinals are able to put 3 runs across here in the top of the 4th. They take a 3-0 lead. 3-0 lead against Arizona. Chris Carpenter so far, giving up 1 hit, 4 strikeouts, no walks. Kelly Johnson's up 0 for 1. 3-7 righty, 3-7 fly ball center field. Out there making the catch is going to be our good friend Colby Rasmus. He gets to that one. Justin Upton. 210. And that one's hit. It's hit towards center field. Rasmus back towards the warning track, but he's got plenty of time. Makes the catch out there again. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the fourth. Center fielder Erasmus with 2 outs in this inning. That brings up Stephen Drew, 318, 1 home run. The lefty steps to the plate. That's a 6-5. And that one's hit well. That one's hit well into right field. Berkman back towards the wall. It's over his head. It bounces in the corner. Berkman gets it, finally throws it in. Here comes the play at the plate at second, and save. He's in there with a double. So 2-out double by Stephen Drew as he knocks that one over Berkman's head. And that brings up Chris Young. Chris Young, 0 for 1 in the day. Carpenter not happy with that last pitch. That's a 4-7. He's a right-hander. 4-7. And that one is ripped back up the middle, almost hit Carpenter, and that one's going to roll in. Rasmus, he's going to grab it. Now they have to decide what happens with it. It went to center field, so Rasmus is a +1. Drew is a 14. -1 for being held, I believe, and +1 for Rasmus. So it's going to take him to 1-16. They're Young with a single. He could end up on second, but you know what? Cardinals are not going to throw. They're just going to toss it in. So, yeah, he would have been safe. So good thing they did that. So that is going to be a single, and Stephen Drew is going to score on the play. And the runner will stay at first. It's a good play there. Chris Young is an A stealer, but with Yadier Molina's -3, it takes him down to a 50% chance. Do they want to risk it here with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth? 3-1 ball game. They're going to let Russell Bryan. They're going to think about it, but Russell Bryan, here comes the pitch. He's 1 for 1. 6'10 lefty, 6'10. That's a ground ball. It's hit towards Schumacher. Schumacher picks it up and tosses it over to Therrett for the 3rd out. Oof, just by a few steps. So ground out. And you are going to go to first. You're out on the play. It went second to short, and that's going to do it. So once again, a hit by Arizona, but it doesn't come back to they were able to score 1 run, but not anything else. So 3-1 ball game going to the top of the 5th inning. This is Galarraga's point of weakness already. So Yadier Molina is 0 for 1. As a 3-9er right-hander, 3-9, not a good call. Ground ball to second. Johnson swipes that one up and throws it to first in time. 1 away. And that brings up the pitcher spot. Now, Carpenter, he can go 7, so he'll definitely bat. Not the best batter. He's got number 2 card out here. Galarraga. That's a 6-5, and Carpenter bats right-handed. So 6-5 righty, 5 ball center field. That one's hit well. Young is on the warning track and makes the catch. So Carpenter got into that one, but got a little bit underneath it. And Young out in center field makes the catch. So that brings up Ryan Therrett with 2 outs. He's 0 for 2. That's a 4-7 righty. 4-7 walked him. So his 4th walk of the season as he gets the free pass. And Therrett is a D stealer, so they'll hold him on, but not too much of a threat to steal. He's only got a 30% chance. Colby Rasmus is all up. He's 1 for 2. Scored a run on the home run. So Colby, left-hander, 4-6 versus a lefty. 4-6 is another walk. So that is strike 2 against Galarraga with the 2nd walk given out. 1 more strike and he'll be considered tired. So Therrett at second, Rasmus at first. Pujols is up. He's 1 for 2, scored a run. Cardinals threatening here in the top of the 5th inning. Al Red Sox fan is enjoying the broadcast while cleaning the kitchen. You do that, my friend. Clean it up, buddy, but just listen to me here. I'll give you the play-by-play. You won't miss a thing. And Albert Pujols 1 for 2. Here it goes. Oh, wait a minute. We have runners on. We forgot to put the shenanigan dice out there. So once again, that's a reroll. Albert Pujols, 411, right-hander. That one's hit well. Bloomquist back towards the corner and makes a nice running snag. He's going to take that out of midair. And that was to left field, and that is going to do it for the Cardinals in the top of the fifth. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Chris Carpenter is up. So that's 2 strikes against Galarraga. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set out a dice here so that I can remember how many strikes they have against them. So Galarraga has 2 strikes, so 2 more, and he's out in the next inning. So Montero is up. He is 0 for 1, the lefty against Chris Carpenter, the righty. We don't need the shenanigan dice. And that is a 6-4, left-hander 6-4. That's a fly ball. It came off the end of his bat. Rasmus on a long run and comes in and dive and takes the catch away. Takes the hit away. Rasmus hustling all the way there. Gets the out. That brings up Ryan Roberts, who is 0 for 1. Batting .268 on the season, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, 3 stolen bases. You do not want this guy getting on. He's a terror on the base. 3-10 righty. That one's popped up. It's hit well. Therrett and Freeze, who's going to call for it? Therrett calls him off and makes the catch. Popped him up to the shortstop. That's the left fielder. Let's try shortstop. There we go. So 2 away. And that brings up Galarraga, and they got an interesting decision to make. Does Galarraga come out and pinch? He's already got 2 strikes on him. Or do they bring in a pinch hitter? I think Arizona is going to bring in a pinch hitter since Galarraga doesn't look like he's going to be able to go much longer anyways. So they're going to look at who they have in the pen today, or in the on the bench. They have Parra, Blanco, Murata, Mora, and Nady. 2 lefties, 3 right-handers. And in this case, Gerardo Parra, the left-hander, against Chris Carpenter, the righty, sounds like a good plan. So Parra comes out. He's going to pine tar up his bat and steps into the batting box. A late decision there by what they were going to do, but Parra does make it in. The umpire gives the bullpen, or the bench, an evil stare as Parra finally makes it to the batter's box. And Chris Carpenter looks a little annoyed as well. He's going to throw some fastballs in on Parra here. Oop. Parra fouls one off. That one's well into the seats, and a guy with a purple shirt on catches that one. If you guys don't know what that means, that's because our good friend Ron from Retro Sport Network, he's labeling everyone in the crowd now. So it's fun to watch. So Parra against Carpenter, 4-10 lefty, and that was popped up behind the plate. Molina throws his mask off. We have to roll to see if he catches it. He's a 1. A 1 and a 6 is a PF, whatever a PF is, I don't know. It is with runners on base. The pitch gets past the catcher for the pass ball does not occur. The batter hits a foul out to the catcher. All right, now we just have to make sure he doesn't have an error. He's an E1, so the only thing that's an error is a 17. And we rolled a 15, darn close, but Molina throws the mask off, makes the catch on the pop. That is a foul out. That's what I meant to say. And that is going to do it for Arizona. And now they must bring in a pitcher to face off against the studs of the Cardinals here. We have Matt Holliday due up, Lance Berkman and David Freese, 2 right-handers coming up with a switchy in between them. So they're going to bring in, let's see, who are they going to bring in? They need a good right-hander, but Right. Who do you have? Most of the pitcher have, he's a starter. Ziegler, is Ziegler on the list? Ziegler is not on the list. Saunders is on the list, but he's a starter. He's a starter. He's a starter. He's a starter. All right, so we just need to figure out Hernandez, but he's good against lefties. Puntz, he's good against lefties. DeMel, he's good versus right-handers. So it looks like it's going to be Sam DeMel is going to come in. He's very good against right-handers, actually. So he's going to come in to face off against the right-handers here. So DeMel is coming in to pitch. All right, here we go. So Matt Holliday, 1 for 2 with the big 3-run home run in the 4th inning against Sam DeMel. That's a 1-7, and Holliday on the 3-2 pitch, he grips and rips. That one's between Young and Bloomquist. It lands. It's going to roll all the way to the wall, and Matt Holliday goes into second standing up with a double. Leadoff double by Matt Holliday. So the Cardinals threatening here in the 6th inning. Lance Berkman 0 for 2. Now he's a switch hitter, so DeMel might have a little bit of problems against the lefty. And he rolls a 5, so it's going to be a 5-8 against the lefty. 5-8. And that is a single 2 stars. Here comes Holliday. He's getting waved on. And Berkman lances that one over the shortstop's head for a single. And the Cardinals have got themselves another run. Lance Berkman, RBI. That brings up David. I need to advance the runner from third. I forgot to do that, so that would have been a shite. Is there an undo button? Well, let's see what we'll just advance Holliday on the next play. We all know Holliday scored, so he shouldn't be on third base there. So it should be 4-1, but I'll just advance him on David Freese's hit here. Freeze, that won't give the RBI to Berkman now. Oh, Berkman. I guess he's going to be gypped out of RBI. It's going to go to David Freese. All right, David, let's see what you got, buddy. 1-7, righty, 1-7, single and a 1. It's not. It's going to be ground ball to the pitcher. And they are going to turn 2 here, but the run is going to, well, the run's already in, so it doesn't matter, but they're going to turn 2, and the play result is going to be a ground out. Freese is out. Berkman is out. Holliday is going to score. It's going to go pitcher, and we'll give it to the shortstop, and then actually it would be second base would be covering. That's fine. No big deal. And then to first base. So they get the double play, but the run does score. So it is a 4-1 ball game, although we gypped Berkman out of an RBI. Sorry. Skip Schumacher 0 for 1 with a walk. 2 outs now here in the top of the 6th. And that is a 6-3 lefty, 6-3 fly ball right field X. This is only our, I believe, our second or third range play here. So Upton is a 2, and he rolls an 11. He should get to that. E14. Ooh, he rolled a 14 on an E14. That sounds like something we could be. A 14 and a 14 is an E2. So 2-base error as Upton takes a bad path to that one and lands over his head. And that one's going to roll the wall for a 2-base error. Fortunately for Arizona, there is 2 outs, but that does let the Cardinals go through another hitter here as Yadier Molina comes up. Yadi's 0 for 2, though. We could use a base hit from Yadi. Schumacher on second. And that is a 5-7 versus a righty. 5-7 strikes out Yadi. So the 2-out error does not come back to haunt them. And they're going to get out of the inning just giving up the 1 run. And due up next inning will be Chris Carpenter. So this is probably his last inning of work. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Chris Carpenter, we'll see how he goes. Willie is up. He's 0 for 2. Carpenter, he hit that one a long ways, but it went foul, just right of that foul pole. And that's a gentleman with a Ohio State cap on. They caught that one out there. All right, Bloomquist. He might have got that one when the Ohio State Buckeyes played in the Fiesta Bowl in January out here. 1-7 righty. And that's a ground ball. And Schumacher gets that on the second hop. Throws it to Pujols. In time. 1 away. Kelly Johnson. He's 0 for 2. Kelly Johnson, the left-hander. That's a 6-6 lefty. 6-6. 1 is a triple, and that is a 1. That is down in the alley, and that one rolls a long way, all the way out to center field. Rasmus still chasing after that one. Still chasing it. Still chasing it. Rounding second, coming in. Stand-up triple. They're going to hold Johnson up with 1 out at third. So Kelly Johnson with the triple. And that brings up Justin Upton. Defense is playing in. Defense in. They do not want this run to score. Upton 0 for 2. That's a 2-9 righty. 2-9 fly ball. Left field B question mark. Left fielder is Holiday. He's a +1. So he's going to make the catch. Johnson on third is going to tag up. He's a 1-13. Plus Holiday is 1. So 1-14. Here comes the throw from Holiday. He grips, he rips, he throws. He's safe as that throw is offline. So a sacrifice hit. I wonder, do they have sacrifice hits in this? Strikeout error, stolen base, caught stealing, sacrifice bunt. I don't see a sacrifice hit though. Doesn't look like one. Oh, there it is, sacrifice fly. Right, there we go. I found it. I know Al is probably already typing in the chat. Dummy, look at the right, look at the right spot. You'll see it. So Stephen Drew 1 for 2 with the big double, and that cuts the lead again. It's now 4-2 ball game. Stephen Drew, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Each team with a run so far in the 6th inning. 3-8, right-hander, 3-8. Strikes out, 3 called. And that, it might be the last pitch by Chris Carpenter as he trots back to the dugout here after 6. He can go 7, but he's due up first. He's due up first. Oof. That's a good question. Do we leave him in to pitch another inning? If he gets hammered, though, it won't be worth it. But you know what? The Cardinals tend to do this more than any team that I root for. Seems like. They always put a pitcher, especially with Wainwright. They always give Wainwright an extra inning, and then Wainwright comes out and gives up 2 hits, and they pull him. And I'm like, why did you let him bat? Why did you let him bat if you're going to let him give up 2 hits and then pull him? That just doesn't make sense. So we're going to leave Carpenter in against Sam DeMel. Now, DeMel, I forgot to keep track of how many strikes he's got against him, but the computer does that as well. 5-5, and he is a righty. So 5-5, and he walks the pitcher. So good choice by me because it doesn't cost us anything. Doesn't cost us anything, and we get a walk out of it. So we will take a walk as Carpenter. Walking the opposing pitchers is Sam DeMel. That brings up Ryan Therrett. So that is at least, I'm trying to remember. Let's look at our friend here. He's pitched 1 inning. He's given up 2 hits and a walk. So that's his 3rd strike. So 1 more, and he's got to be pulled. So Carpenter, 20% chance to steal. Ryan Therrett, 0 for 2 with a walk. DeMel against the right-hander, and this will probably be his last batter anyways, as he's not good versus lefties. And Colby Rasmus is out swinging the bat, and he will probably be pulled after this anyways. So that's a 4-6 righty, 4-6. That's a single, 2 stars. Just as I said, he's good against right-handers. He gives up the single, 2 stars. Going to third is Carpenter. And that will be it for Sam DeMel, as he's got to be pulled anyways. And that brings up the lefty, righty, righty, switch hitter. Lefty, righty, switch hitter. So, looks like they'll be making a call to the Penn Sports Time Machine is here. He's come to once, the last here. We're in the top of the 7th. It's a 4-2 ball game. We need somebody good against the lefties. And that's going to be J.J. Punz. J.J.'s coming out. What was that old show with J.J.? That was like moving on up. Whatever. I can't remember the name of that, but J.J.'s coming out. J.J. Punz. And DeMel will be out. So Punz against Rasmus. Punz. 5-8 lefty, and that is probably a good choice. It's a ground ball second base X, so they might be able to turn 2 here again. Johnson, he's an E, or he's a range of 4. 4 and a 6. That's going to be a single, as he can't get to that one. SI1 and an 11 on a 12 for second base. And no error, but that's the second time we were able to blast one by Johnson. Not the quickest of foot, and that one's going to get in there for a single 1 star. Single, everyone moves up a base. Carpenter scores. Third moves to second. And that brings up, the dangerous Albert Pujols. 5-2 ball game now for the Cardinals. Third at second, Rasmus at first, Pujols 1 for 3 with a scored a run. Moving on up was the Jefferson song, right? The Jeffersons. JJ was part of the Jeffersons, wasn't he? Good times, right? Yeah. Good times. Was Punzer closer? Yeah, I guess he is. Doesn't matter. Everyone got wasted in yesterday's game, so half the pitchers are already messed up. So Punz is in. Pujols, 6-12, right-hander, and he's going to walk him. He's got a few other things, but a walk is just as good as a walk, and they're going to load the bases. So Punz was hoping to get through a couple innings and get Arizona a chance to get back into this one. But now it's up to Matt Holliday, who's 2 for 3 with a home run and a single. Matt Holliday, he could do some serious damage. And 3-4. 3-4, ground ball shortstop A. And that is going to get at least 2 runs out. Ground out. Pujols out. Rasmus Ferret is going to score. It went, 3-5? Wait a minute. He rolled a 3-5. 3-5 is a walk. What the hell was I looking at? 3-5 is a walk. It's not a ground ball double play. Where did I come up with ground ball double play yet? It's a 3-5. Oh, I was looking at 3-4 because that's ground ball double play. But this is actually a 3-5. You can see 3, 4, and a 1 is a 5. That's actually a walk. So I'm going to have to undo everything I just did. And he's going to walk Matt Holliday. And that's going to score a run. So Punz is out. Let's see who comes in after him. And we have the switch hitter, and then a righty, and then a lefty. So Ian Kennedy is warming up, and yep, they're going to call him in, I think. If I can find his card, they're going to call him in. Ian Kennedy. I know I've seen a card. Where is this card? There he is. So Ian Kennedy's going to come in. He's not nope, he's not coming in. He's a starter. Okay, he's not coming in. How about Hudson? Do we have a Hudson? Daniel Hudson. Oh, he's a starter too. Good Lord. I wish. Why don't they label them as starters? I mean, how hard? To put them in a different color or something. Good Lord. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take all the starters and take them right out so I don't even look at them. If they say starter reliever, I'm going to take those out as well. We'll come back to those if we run out of everybody else. Reliever, starter. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 starters. All right, so these are really the relievers we can look at, right? We have Patterson, we have Hernandez, we have Ziegler. Let's see. Ziegler is not on the list, so we can't bring in Ziegler. We can take him out as well. And Velquez, is he on the list? No, he's off too. And Hellman, he's not on the list either. Hernandez, what about Patterson? All right, so we have Patterson and Hernandez really is who we have. So it's going to be Joe Patterson. And we have one more reliever. All right, Joe Patterson's coming in. He gets tired with 3 strikes. I know he gets tired with 3 strikes. Lance Berkman, bases loaded. He had at least 2 strikes. And he's good against lefties, and we got a switch hitter coming up, and then a right-hander. So why are you going to leave him in if he's good against left-handers? He's like a -4 or something to lefties. A lot more damage against right-handers. Look at all that. He's got a home run. He's got a walk. Home run, triple, double, single, walk. I don't know, versus left-handers, he's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. Anyways, so switch hitter Lance Berkman, 1 for 3. And bases are juiced here in the top of the 7th. 6-2 ball game. Oh, foul ball as we rolled. And it was a 2 too. It might have been a some kind of shenanigan there. No shenanigan that time. 3-10. And that is going out to right field. Opposite field, Upton on the warning track. He's going to jump up at the wall, and it's over his glove. Grand salami, Lance Berkman. Grand salami. So, yeah, it wouldn't have mattered if I left him in or not because it came off of Berkman's card. But Berkman with the grand salami, 310. Oh, no, wait a minute. God, rewind. He's a lefty. 310 is only a single. Sorry. Rewind. Lefty. Good thing I checked. That's why we brought the lefty in. See? Punch was a right-hander. If I'd have left him in, that was a grand salami. I take Punch out, put in the left-hander, and he only gets a single. So what do you got to say about that now, huh? But it is a single, and everyone moves up to Lance Berkman. I guess that one didn't quite get over the fence. The announcer looked like it did, but didn't, I guess. So still bases loaded. David Freese 0 for 3. Rewind. Joe Patterson, the lefty, against David Freeze. Zip. Almost dropped the dice. Caught it, though. 0 for 3 is Freeze. With nobody out, how do you play this one? I guess you give up the run and play for the double play. 2-6. Lefty, I got to remember, 2-6, and that is a walk by David Freeze. A walk. If that would have been J.J. Punce at 2-6, was still a walk. So far, it wouldn't have mattered if I left Punce in or not. In fact, if I would have left Punce in, it would have been worse. That brings up Skip Schumacher. Now, he's a lefty. Cardinals scoring left and right here. 4 runs in. Nothing Arizona can do about this at this point. They're lucky. Berkman didn't get the grand salami too. So Skip Schumacher. Six. What is that? 8. 6-8. Lefty. 6-8. Ground ball. Second base. B. Ground ball. Second base B. So they don't turn 2. They only get the runner out on the fielder's choice. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. Schumacher's going to make it to first. Freeze out at second. Berkman goes to third. Holiday scores. It was a 4-6 play. That brings up Yadier Molina, who will be the 9th batter this inning, and there's still only 1 out. 5 runs in for the Cardinals. Runners at the corners. Again, play back, get that double play. Yachty is 0 for 3. Patterson trying desperately. I think he's got 2 strikes on him as well. So we'll keep the little strike dice there as a friendly reminder. 2-10, righty. No, I'm sorry. Patterson is a lefty, so 2-10 lefty. Fly ball out there to Bloomquist in left field. Bloomquist making, he's running in. Oh, I caught it. Oh, he caught it. Left field. 2-10. We do have a runner on third, so let's look at this again. 2-10. And that is a B question mark. Berkman, 11, +1 for Bloomquist. We could send him. That'd be a 1-12. But I think they're going to hold him. 1-12. Yeah, they're going to hold him. That's fine. Oh, no. I should have sent him. I forgot. Chris Carpenter was actually up. Our pitcher, who we decided to leave in to start this inning, remember that? Remember all that? Like 10 minutes ago when we were debating whether to leave Chris Carpenter in or take him out? And now he's up the second time in this inning. 5-3 righty. And that, my friends, 5-3 righty is a single into center field by Chris Carpenter. So he's been up twice this inning. He walked, and now he's singled in a run. Holy crap. You know things are going your way when the pitcher is 2 for 2, or well, officially he's 1 for 1 and also a walk, but you know what I'm saying, right? That brings up Ryan Thayer. He's 1 for 3 and scored a run. I know Arizona 94. Sports Time Machine says Arizona had 94 wins in 2011. They were a decent team, but man, they are not. They were a decent team yesterday. Remember yesterday's game? How soon you guys forget yesterday's game? But yeah, their pitching is not the greatest. Let's put it that way. Whoop! That dice got stuck on my finger. 1-6 lefty. 1-6. It's a ground ball to short, and that's going to do it. Ground ball. Ground out. Yeah, it's just no, you're out. Carpenter, go to second, go to third. It went. When did it went? It went short, right? Shortstop. All right, but the Cardinals plate 4. And not only that, but they have Chris Carpenter still able to pitch. So, and Patterson's going to be done after that last inning as well. We have a trivia question for everybody out there. As we sing, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," I'll let everyone think about their answer. From 1958 to 1970, so from 1958 to 1970, the Pirates had only one 20-game winner. Name that player. From 1958 all the way up to 1970, the Pirates had only one 20-game winner. Name that player. All right, so it brings up, oops, we got to put these guys here. All right, so it brings up Chris Young. Chris Young is 1 for 2. I deserve one of these wins, ID. Candelaria was Sports Time Machine's guess. And Al Red Sox fan guessed Blass, B-L-A-S-S, Blass. The answer is Vernon Law, 1960. Vernon Law, 1960. But you guys would have been closer than what I guessed, I'll tell you that. So Chris Carpenter comes out for the 7th inning. 4-6, righty, 4-6, 1-5 double, otherwise a single. So he gives up a single right away. And he doesn't seem too worried about it with a 10-2 lead. But, as we know between these two teams, no lead is insurmountable. Brian, he's an ace stealer, so they'll hold him, but he's still only he's only got a 50% chance, so he's going to stay. Branyan, 5-2 lefty, fly ball center field. Rasmus, he's hustling for that one and makes the catch. Fly out center field. Montero's up. Oh, we're going to throw the pink dice, don't we? Yes, Montero is up. He's 0 for 2. Montero. 1-4 walks against the righty. So Chris Carpenter, 2 strikes against him now. Walk. This is his point of weakness inning. And that brings up the Brian Roberts. He's a right-hander, 0 for 2 on the day. Runners at first and second. 1 out here. Double play gets him out of the inning. That is a 1-9 righty, and that is a 1-12 home run, but it's not. It's going to be a double for Ryan Roberts, doubles. And let's see. That's going to mean Montero at first base. He's slow. He's an 11. So they're just going to leave him at third. So his runners at second and third. That brings up the pitcher spot. So Joe Patterson will be out. And they'll be bringing in, before they bring him in, we need to, yeah, that's got to be it for Carpenter, right? Because that was strike 3 now. So he's out. So before they bring in a pinch hitter, we have to decide who we are bringing in. We are going to bring in, well, let's see, after the pinch hitter, it's a lefty, righty, righty, lefty coming up behind him. It's a 10-3 ball game, but they can score a couple more runs if we're not careful here. So we are going to bring in a lefty coming up, and that means we're going to bring in Mitchell Boggs. Mitchell Boggs. He can also go 2 innings if he wanted. Mitchell Boggs. So it's going to be Carpenter giving way to Boggs here. And defense, they're going to play, what are they going to play here? It's 10-3. Will they give up the run to get the out? I think they will. They're going to play back in normal. Up 10-3. They do not want a super big inning like they just had. And that possibly, that is a 2. So a 2 and a 2, a 2 and a 2 means it's a balk. But Mitchell Boggs has 0 balks, so no balk. No balk. What kind of word is that? Balk. All right, so it's a re-roll. Is no balk. Oop, and then he hits a foul ball, which doesn't help either. All right, so we're back to a 3-4 righty, 3-4 fly ball, left field, B question mark. All right, we'll have to look at this. Holiday is a +1. Montero's an 11. I would take him to a 1 to 12, 60% chance. Do you send him down 7 runs? Do you send him down 7 runs and with only a 60% chance? That would be a great question. Hold him. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured, but I didn't want everybody going, oh, you just hold him because you didn't want him to score. But no, I mean, it makes sense. I would not. I wouldn't have sent him if it was the Cardinals were in that position. But, you know, I don't want people thinking, oh, you're just playing for the Cardinals and you're just trying to, you know, not score the run. But that's 2 away. Still 2 in scoring position for Willie Bloomquist. 0 for 3. Boggs against Bloomquist. That's a 1-8. And that is going to be a 1-8 against a righty. 1 to 7 single, but it's an 18, which is a line out to short, and that's going to do it. So, line out to short. And making a good play out there for a change is Therrett. They were able to put 1 run across. They had a couple opportunities at a second run, but they just couldn't manage it. David Hernandez is going to come in the 8th here. And as we've already seen, there's not a lot of choices besides him other than starter relievers. So starter relievers will be Cole Mentor, Micah Owens, Zach Duke, which is not on the team right now, Wade Miley, which is not on the team, and that's it. So we got like 1 pitcher we can bring in. Well, at least that I have a card for, anyways. All right, so Hernandez versus Rasmus here. 2 for 3 is Rasmus. 310. He's a righty. 310, not a good call. Ground ball third base, and that's going to be an out. Ground out to third. Over to first. 1 away. Albert Pujols, 1 for 3, scored 2. Count them, 2 runs. 10-3 Cardinals. 6-6 right-hander. 6-6 strikes him out. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. All right, so 2 away for Matt Holliday, who's 2 for 3 with a big home run. Five-seven righty, 5-7 strikes him out. So David Hernandez comes in and does his J-O-B, as Al Red Sox fan likes to say, strikes him out. And that is going to be a 1-2-3 inning for David Hernandez. It doesn't get much better than that. Mitch Boggs, I don't think he gave up. I don't think he gave up anything. It only shows 7 pitches on the computer. So Kelly Johnson 1 for 3 with a triple. We don't make that dice. That is a 4-8 lefty. 4-8. Ground ball down to first. Pujols, it's hugging the line, but he picks it up and tags the runner out. Good place there, a good play there by Albert Pujols. Tagging the runner, trying to sneak in down the line. And that brings up Justin Upton, 0 for 2 with an RBI. We're in the bottom of the 8th. 4-7 righty, 4-7 fly ball. Rasmus, he's calling off Berkman and makes the catch. 2 away. And that's going to center. And it brings up Stephen Drew, who's 1 for 3 with a double. Cardinals trying to win 4 in a row? 5 in a row? Something crazy. 2-4 lefty. I'm sorry, right-hander 2-4. Righty 2-4 pops him up high. It's a high pop fly. It's over by the foul territory. Freeze is over there, reaches over the railing and makes the catch. Side is retired. So Mitchell Boggs does his JOB, and that is, let's see, he can go 2 innings. So that I think that was his second inning, but he doesn't have any strikes against him even. So he might be able to go the 9th inning as well. Hernandez 2 for 4, 1 RBI on the day. Lance Berkman 3-5, righty 3-5, and that one is headed out. Young on the warning track. He leaps up and he cannot get that one as that one lands 20 rows deep. Gone, Lance Berkman. And yes, this time we are looking at the right-handed pitcher and the right-handed side of the card, and that one is gone. Lance Berkman with the home run. Cardinals now 11-3. And the hometown crowd are headed to the exits, trying to get out of this one early. So Lance Berkman gets that RBI that he missed out on earlier. David Freese 0 for 3 with the RBI. That didn't really happen, but we'll give it to him anyways. 1-8 against the righty. 1-8 strikes out Freese. So Freese 0 for 4 on the day. Striking out. That's all right. If he's going to have an off day, you might as well have it when everyone else is having a good day. You know what I'm saying? Score 11 runs and David Freese is 0 for 4? Sure. Big Puma. Boom goes the balls to the Sports Time Machine. Brings up Skippy. Skippy's 0 for 3. 4-4 lefty. 4-4 fly ball center field X. That's Young. He's a 1. He's going to make the catch. He's an E3. That's a 11. He's probably going to make that. Let's just take a little bit of a gander. Center fielder, a 3 and what did I? 11. 3 and 11 is going to be a good play. Yeah, that's a good one. He made it. Good catch out there. I wish our center fielder was that good. Don't tell Colby Rasmus that. All right, so Cardinals down to their last out here with batting. 11-3 ball game. Yanni's 0 for 4. Again, another player having an off day, but how do you score 11 runs when David Freese is 0 for 4 and Yanni or Molina is 0 for 4? 2-10. Righty, 2-10. Single. Well, Yanni's 1 for 5 now. And that's going to bring up Mitch's Boggs spot. He's going to be out. But before we do that, Hernandez has got to be out because he's over pitched himself. So let's see who they have in the bullpen to bring in. All right. Daniel Hudson, which is a starter, right? Yep. Mm-hmm. Ian Kennedy, which is a starter, I believe. We already went through him and saw that he was a starter as well. Yes, he's a starter. So we have 2 starters we could bring in. We have Jay Saunders, which is a starter. We have B.N. Wright. B.N. Wright. I don't have his card, so let's look at his card. Is he a starter? Yes, he's a starter. And then we have A. Heelman, which is a relief pitcher / starter. So it looks like it's going to be Aaron Heelman's going to come in. Aaron Heelman. All right. So pitcher spot's up, and we know Boggs is going to be done anyways. So we're going to bring in the lefty again, Mr. I'm not even going to say it, but Mr. Clutch, John Jay, is going to come in. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to say it. He's been clutch for the Cardinals this season. He's got a game-winning home run. He has a couple other, I think it was a double or a single that he scored scored 2 runs. It won a game for us. So John Jay, Mr. Clutch, we're going to give him another bat. And we have runner at first. Molina, he's not going anywhere. Up 11-3. What is that? 1-7. Right-hander. 1-7 is ground ball to second, and that is going to do it. So ground out. He's out. Molina, go to second. Doesn't matter. You're second base to first. All right. So the Cardinals just need to find somebody that won't give up 8 runs here, and we should have this one in the bag. They have up a righty, then a lefty, and then another lefty. So we're going to save Franklin for the lefties. You know what? We're going to bring in Franklin. Ryan Franklin's going to come in. He won't be good against the right-hander, but he'll be good against the lefties coming up. Assuming I can find his card. I thought I had Franklin's card. Pretty sure I have his card. Oh, here he is, all at the bottom. These are all the pitchers. These are all the pitchers we used from yesterday's game. So Ryan Franklin's going to get us another day in the sun. Ryan Franklin. All right, 3 outs away. 2 up is Chris Young, a righty, against Ryan Franklin. Chris Young is 2 for 3 with an RBI. 5-7 right-hander. 5-7 ground ball shortstop X. That's Therrett. He's a 4. 4 and a 17. He's going to get to it. E33. That is, oh my God, there's a 14. I think that's what he rolled last time. 33 and a 14. Nope. 33 and a 14 is a good play. Thank God. Maybe it was a 15 he rolled. Just barely gets that one and throws it wide of the bag. But Pujols is able to stretch out and catch it. So 1 away. Now we got 2 lefties coming up. Russell Brandon. He is 1 for 3. We have another lefty, and then we have the pitcher spot. Who do we have on the bench? We have 3 righties and a lefty. So do we even want to start pulling players for left-handers to face off against the righty? Down 8 runs? Probably not. If they start scoring a couple runs, they'll have somebody and they can start doing it. So Ryan, 1 for 3. 4-7 lefty, 4-7 single. Well, there we go. See, he didn't want to pull him anyways. He got himself a single. Montero, he's got a single. Or, I mean, he's a lefty. 0 for 2 with a walk. Oh, forgot the shenanigan dice. We're going to have to re-roll that. 1-6 righty, 1-6. That is a 1-17 double. And it's a 2, so that's going to be a double. So runners at, what do we have? Second and third. I thought Franklin was good against lefties, but obviously I must have misread that. Jeez Louise. I thought it said on the sheet that he was really good against lefties. What was I thinking? Arizona, Brian Roberts, he's 1 for 3 with a double. 1 out, bottom of 9. 3-6 right-hander, 3-6, popped him up to short. Pop out to short. 2 away, and it's all up to whoever they bring in for the pitcher spot. Franklin is a righty. They'll bring in a lefty when they only have one of them. That is Miranda. Miranda. Maybe it's Miranda. I think it's Miranda. Juan Miranda? So Miranda's coming in, but now I got to find his stupid card. Oh, I found it. Miranda's in. Here we go. 2 outs. Runners is second and third. And 5-6 lefty strikes him out on the curveball, and that is your ball game. The Cardinals win another one here. And this one was over It was a good game up until, let's see, seventh inning, where the Cardinals scored 6 runs. Going into the seventh inning, it was only a 4-2 ball game. Let's get that box score up for you guys and switch over to the old desktop. If you guys want to check out the box score, we're going to save this. This is game number 11. So we'll have these forever and ever. If somebody wants a print out of these, I can send them. What are you doing? Is Al, you're running a game? 62 Mets season and try and win more than 40 games? Oh, cool. You're going to be using Out of the Park? Oh, okay. Cool. All right, so we're going to end here real quick because Al Red Sox fan wants to get on and run a game. So head over to Al Red Sox fan is his channel. I'll be over there in just a minute. Left fielder Matt Holliday went yard and in 4 RBIs as the San Francisco Redbirds bested the Arizona team 11-3 at Chase Field. Holliday provided the offensive punch. He built a 3-run home run in the 4th inning and doubled in the 6th. St. Louis ended up with 11 hits for the game while Arizona had 8. Chris Carpenter, 2-1, was the winner, allowing 3 runs in 6 1/3 innings. Armando Galarraga was the losing pitcher. He surrendered 3 hits and 3 walks in 5 innings. All right. Now let's quickly check out the league stats, and then we'll call it a live stream. We'll all head over to Al's channel. Yankees 8-1, still 3 games up on Toronto. The White Sox still out in front of Detroit by a game. Texas up by 2 against Los Angeles. The topsy-turvy National League East now has the Braves on top of Philadelphia by half a game. In the Central Division, the St. Louis Cardinals now own first place with an 8-3 record. Milwaukee had the night off, and the Cubs are 1 game back. And in the West, the Dodgers by 2.5 against San Diego. All right, that is it for 2011 replay of the St. Louis Cardinals. And you're not not just. Can I suggest a setting when done? No, I'm not just saying take your time. Oh, I thought you were going to run a game. I'm sorry. That's going to be it for us here. If you got a suggestion, now is your time. Go ahead, Sports Time Machine. You got pitcher count on. If you switch it to options, is that in the miscellaneous in the rules? What is that? Pitcher fatigue, use fatigue and pitch count. Use fatigue rules, or what am I using here? Is it the pitcher fatigue, and you just switch it over to just use fatigue rules and not the pitch count? No pitch count. Right, okay. I think I got it. So we're going to use the fatigue rules, just not the pitch count. Okay. Good setting. Good setting. Good stuff. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will definitely, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to, I'm going to leave this screen on for you, and then I'm going to switch over to the other screens real quick. Okay? And this way you can pause the video, and you can see if there's any other settings that might need to be adjusted. So that was the rules. Lineup and usage, this is what I have. Again, I'm just going to leave that on the screen for a minute. Again, you can always go back and watch this later and put it on pause if you don't get everything. All right, so that's the lineups and usage that I have on. And then we have the game preferences. All right, so there's the game preferences. All right, cancel that. All right, and dice, cards, and splits. So there's the dice, cards, and splits that I have. And you can always post a message in the chat afterwards there. Sound I don't care about. Autoplay box score. There's the autoplay box score. I have all the sound turned off, so. All right. And, all right. And events. Oh, so that like gives you post something. Okay. Like lets you know when somebody else does something, I bet. Okay. Probably in miscellaneous. Let's see if there's any miscellaneous settings. You may want to make the computer manage opponents, like you said, takes away making wrong moves. Yeah, I mean, I don't like managing both teams, but I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss when they make a change either. So it's kind of a two-edged sword. So, all right, guys. Well, I will be done. I'll be looking for whoever's broadcast comes on, Sports Time Machine or Al or whoever's doing something. Let me know, and we'll see everyone next time. All right, guys. Appreciate all your help. Al Red Sox fan and Sports Time Machine, thank you very much. I do appreciate you guys' help. Always looking for input and information and, everything. So the Cardinals win again. And is there an option to show? Is there an option to show? Let's go to team stats. I want to see. I want to see St. Louis. Does it show their past record? Like the last. How do I show? Primary, secondary, lefty, miscellaneous, fielding, team details. Let's see if this is this, no, it's not that's the team details. Line scoring, usage display, daily log. Oh, here we go, daily log. All right, there's our daily log. So we've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. We started off 2 and 3. We lost to San Diego. We won against San Diego, and then we lost to San Diego. So San Diego took 2 of 3. Then against Pittsburgh, we lost the first game. No, I'm sorry. We won the first game against Pittsburgh, and then we lost the second game against Pittsburgh. And then we won the third. Okay, so we won 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 in a row. So we won against Pittsburgh. We slept against San Francisco, and then we won the first 2 against Arizona. So we won 5 in a row. At one place, we were in fifth. We were in fifth place, and we were tied for first. Then we were tied for third, second, fourth, second, first. So we've made slow but steady progress. The scores. Just the last 2 games, 12-10 and 11-3, 4-0, 5-4, 8-6, and 1-0. So Carpenter did win 1-0 in his last outing. I thought he got shellacked. That must have been somebody else. But yeah, Carpenter with the second win of the season. Excellent. All right, that'll be it. I just wanted to see that for everyone out there to just kind of keep a track of where what they've been up to. There you go, and I can't see it because of my screen. See you all later. Thanks for coming out.